It's Reference Scrappy Mania, and today I am going to create another page in my art journal. I am inspired by this page that I pulled from this book, Renaissance book, and it has a lot of nice artwork. So I went ahead and pulled that page out, and I got this at a Goodwill store. So I love using repurposed books, old books, and using it within my art. So I pulled this one out, and now you may have seen a video in where I showed you how I created, let's see if I find it, this one. And I use an image from that page. Originally, this was going to go here, but after I finished the background, I just didn't want to cover it up. So I decided to pull another background and put that there. So, so I want to kind of use this for here. Now, when I see this, it's reminding me like nymph, forest, water, mountain. And that's what I'm going to try to attempt to create in the background. And then I'm going to place this, place them on top of that background. Another thing is I'm going to be using some of my crayons. I mixed here. I got some crayons, some oil pastels, the ones that come with those kits, those art kits, and some other, it's basically just oil pastels and crayons that I have here. And then I'm going to be using my heat tool to paint. I'm going to use this for painting on the background. And to clean the tool off from the last time, you just simply take a tissue paper and heat it up and just wipe the crayon off it, and it comes out pretty nice. It comes out nice and clean, as you can see there. Okay? And I have it at low temperature, and then I go ahead and once I clean it, I put it on high temperature. And I'm going to place that on. I got a piece of marble that I put my hot tools on, so that way I won't mar the table. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and see how this turns out. So I hope you enjoy the process. So the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to outline where my image is going to be, because I want to make sure that I don't put any of this crayon where I'm going to place my image, because I felt like if I did, then it will not stick to my page. So I wanted to keep that area without anything, so that way when I put adhesive, it will be flat. So I'm kind of mixing colors. I'm going first using the wax pastels that I got from an art set that my kids had, that I purchased when they were younger and they didn't use it. So I used that, and then I'm going over it with just regular Crayola crayons, or the dollar store crayons. And I really like how it gives it like a nice rough texture, almost like if I was using hairy body acrylics. It really worked very well. Now, I'm not really good at drawing, but at the end it does look, you can have a resemble of some water and a little bit of a hill and trees in the background. So I do like how it came out. It actually had a lot of texture, and then I went over it. You'll see that I do use some India ink to kind of go over it, to outline the trees, give it a little more form. And also I added swirls and other elements on the page itself. So then what I'm going to do in a moment, I'm going to take some more of my wax pastel and just kind of putting some yellows and greens to kind of look like flowers. And now I'm ready to place my image on the page. And then I'm going to do, I wanted to kind of make them stand out, so I went over it with my white painter pen, or whatever they call it. So after I kind of finished doing the painting, it felt like it needed something else. So I decided to kind of go over it and just make circles with my India ink and just ground it up a little bit. So here's my completed page, and I really like how it came out. It has that rough stroke kind of look, And then I added some Indian ink just to give it a little more of that rough edge and just make it more mixed media, kind of abstract looking kind of painting. And then I got the girls over here, and and I think I achieved the effect. It looks like water coming down, and trees behind the background, a little hillside here, and the girls dancing on the trees, like the nymphs. You know, that they come out at midnight and they dance and they kind of have fun. So that's what this page reminded me of, that kind of feel. And look at the rough texture. I really like that. So I kind of like this page. And I really want to experiment some more with my crayon art. I want to kind of, next one I want to use is more like a stamp. I'm going to use one of my Prima stamps and then use that, my crayons, to see how I can color my Prima stamp. I'm also thinking about maybe using some modeling paste so that I can raise up the edges, so that way you have a real distinct outline where I'm going to color my crayons. So that's the next page that I think I'm going to try out and see how it comes out. But I hope I've inspired you to kind of look at other ways to use your crayons, your wax pastels, those things that, you know, we usually buy the kids the cheap little art sets that have wax pastel mixed with watercolor, mixed with acrylic paints. And sometimes you don't know what to do with those pastel because they're not the best quality. These things are not that great for coloring. You know, and it's kind of crumbly. I don't like to use these to kind of use it for coloring, but I do like how you can use them to melt it and kind of put it on your background, and it gives that nice rough texture to your background. So I hope you like it, and thank you for watching. Bye now.